So you are aware this is a whiskey show.
I hear.
So we are going to dive right in.
I'm with it.
So cracking open a new bottle today. It is Buffalo Trace. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon. Buffalo Trace is one of the older distilleries in the United States, in Kentucky. Their property has changed hands many times, and it seems like a lot of the people who started distilling on the property before it was called Buffalo Trace, because it's only been called Buffalo Trace for maybe 20, 25 years. Before that, it was like OFC, before that Stag, and they've incorporated all those names, all those like famous distillers into their whiskey. And so it's got, like they have the Stag brand or line, and the OFC one, and so
there's history.
Kind of to keep the memory alive. It's their distillery is right up against the Kentucky River, and they take the Kentucky River down to where it meet the Mississippi and on down to New Orleans.
Right on.
So I mean, New Orleans back in the 1800s was the party capital of the U.S. It was the Las Vegas.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And so they needed a lot of bourbon.
Indeed.
And I mean, that's where they got Bourbon Street from in New Orleans. It was from Bourbon County, Kentucky.
I'm learning.
Yep. So Buffalo Trace, about to crack it open.
Yeah.
See what you got to offer us.
And I like the label too. It's like kind of ripped, like kind of like, you know.
Now, Buffalo Trace was actually one of 6 distilleries in the United States during Prohibition that got licenses to stay open. By the time Prohibition was over, there were only 3 left. Because I mean, when you're, they were allowed to sell medicinal bourbon.
Right. Been shot.
Well, it wasn't for that. It was more for if you had pneumonia.
Oh, okay.
There were medicinal qualities in bourbon, and what was it? There were a couple other ailments, not nagging wife syndrome or anything like that. But if you, you'd go to a doctor, and I mean, it's just like medical marijuana.
Hangnail, doc.
They would give you a prescription, and you'd take it to your local pharmacist, and he'd give you a pint of bourbon for $3, and it had to last you a whole like month or a week or something, which is a pretty decent amount. It wasn't, you're not getting like the high-end bourbons you can get now. It was just like medicinal bourbon. They didn't have to put all this quality in it when there's only, you don't really have the choice. So these guys they supplied the United States for their medicinal needs during Prohibition. If you want more, just say it.
That's good. Can I see the label? Kentucky straight. Right on. Smells clean.
It smells kind of sweet. It's got like vanilla and spice.
I couldn't tell you that much, but I would say it tastes a little bit like Maker's Mark. A little bit like that, I would say.
And that's probably both the bourbons.
So I would say that's about the best way I could describe it. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I do like it.
I like it. It's really good. It's maybe a little honey. Not getting any floral or not really much from a barrel. No oakiness.
All I can tell you, it's not sharp. It's not like.
Yeah, it's not.
That's the best way I could describe it. Yeah, it's rounded like it.
Yeah, it's full bodied.
So if that means sweet, then I would say yeah.
Sweet is a little bit different, but I mean, yeah, it's very.
Yeah, it's smoothed out. Like
Yeah.
you know, I've tasted some sharp ones, and you know, it's good.